Okay guys, today for science, we are going to be using our FOSS textbook to do a cause and effect comparison for different parts in our environment chapter. Okay, so the first thing I want you to do before we start even looking into the book is copy this chart down in your science notebook, including all of the information under the cause side. And I'll explain all of what we're going to do with this in a moment. But you're going to be matching the cause to the effects from the bottom here. So the first thing I want you to do is pause this video and copy this chart in your science notebook exactly as it is right here. You will not have a Google Doc for this. This is all going to be done in your science notebook. So pause the video and make a chart exactly like this, and I will come back and explain exactly what we're going to do with it. Okay, now that you have this chart completed, this is what you will have to choose from for your effects. So you can either copy these down, maybe outside the chart somewhere, maybe on the next page of your science book. You can copy them down on a piece of scratch paper, or you can just come back to this part of the video and use them, use it as a reference to put them in the boxes. But these exact sentences in the effects and the causes are in the text exactly as they appear. Okay, so it is your choice whether you copy these effects down somewhere or if you just want to kind of rewind the video and bring it back to where it says effects. Okay, but you have to have the cause and effect chart completed before we can move on. All right, so I'm assuming you have this part in your science notebook. So now we can continue with the activity. So in the environment and everywhere else, in every environment, if something is happening, there's always an effect from that event. So we're going to look in our textbook, and I've chosen some specific causes of something so we can find the effect. So I have put in the classroom a link directly to FOSS Web for you. So all you have to do is go under your website links and find the FOSS Web link. You're going to click on it, and it will have a box that says sign in with Clever. It'll be over here. I've already signed into this today, and just like Benchmark, it automatically signed me in. But there will be a blue box right here that says sign in with Clever. You're going to click that. Okay, we're going to get our textbook. Now, I showed you how to do this with the vocabulary, but if these things don't appear automatically when you log in, then up here in the top, it says My Teacher page. Okay, so you can click on that and these will come up. But remember, you're looking for the environments book. So you're going to hit View Module Detail. Okay, going over here, you're going to click the Student eBook, Interactive eBook, and it will load the book. Remember, there are arrows on the side for you to turn pages. So this will be easier for you than it even is for me because I'm having to flip back from this document back to the book. You'll just be able to have the FOSS Web up with the book because you will have this information in your lap or on your desk in your notebook. So you won't have to flip back and forth like I am. So I'm going to look at the first cause. This is our example cause. Because the trees grow very close to one another, their tops grow together. That was on page 4. So I'm going to go into the textbook to page 4, and I'm going to find where it says that. Okay, is this page 4? Yes, it is. Okay, it says, because the trees grow very close to one another, their tops grow together. Okay, so there's my cause. for the effect I have, this forms a broad canopy or roof above the forest. That's what happens when the trees grow close together. Okay, so I'm going to look in here. This forms a broad canopy or roof above the rainforest. Okay, so that's exactly where I got that example from page 4. So let's look at page 5. Okay, so the cause here is very little sunlight makes it through the canopy to the understory. So again, I'm going back to my book, said it was on page 5. So I'm looking here on page 5. I would have to read through here and boom, here's this sentence. Very little sunlight makes it through the canopy to the understory. Okay? The next sentence here says, it is a dark place full of tree trunks, young thin trees, and broadleaf plants that thrive in shady conditions. So I'm going to look on my selections. What do I have for effects? Do I have that sentence as an effect? It is a dark place full of tree trunks, young thin trees, and broadleaf plants that thrive in shady conditions. So I would take this stuff and I would write it in here, okay, for my effect. Then I'm going to move to the next one. Now, I will have already read through this. You probably already read through it when you did your vocabulary, okay? But I'm going to go to page 7 and I'm going to look for this sentence. In deserts, some plants grow far apart. Their root systems spread over a large area. So I'm looking on page 7. Okay. And I'm going to start reading through here. And I find the sentence. In deserts, some plants grow far apart. Their root systems spread over a large area. The next sentence says, this distance lets them get water and nutrients without competition from other plants. So I'm going to look for that sentence for my effect. Under my effects, and it says, this distance lets them get to water and nutrients without competition from other plants. So I would take this information and I would write it in the box next under effect. Okay, so you will have to write 4 effects. You have to match these effects to the causes from this side. Okay, the page numbers are there for you. Make sure you have finished this and make sure that you understand that you are just writing it in your notebook. You don't have any Google Doc whatsoever. This is the only material you're going to have in there. You're going to have to pause the video in certain spots so you can write down information that I have told you.